Hey everybody, this is Lynn Inspires and it's good to be back. I did not do a video yesterday and I want to apologize in advance if it looks like I'm not looking at you, because I am looking at you, only I don't have the correct camera to do this just yet, and I'm using my my cell phone, so it's causing me to look like I'm looking down when I'm looking. I could look like this. I probably look cross-eyed. That looks crazy. So I'll just do the best I can. Basically, what I wanted to do was provide some information to you today. I wasn't able to provide information to you yesterday. I was exhausted, so I didn't get a chance to put a video up. But today, I have a lot of information. So what we're talking about today is, you know, the question, and today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. But that does not mean that we rest all day. What that means is it's Friday and we're going to rest a little bit this weekend, but we're going to stay focused. Okay, now let's go back. Basically, since I didn't get a chance to put up a video yesterday, I wanted to go ahead and speak on what I was going to speak on yesterday and kind of incorporate what I was going to speak on today and just mix them together. So, the question for today is, let me sit back because my back is hurting. The question for today is, do I go to school or do I start my own business? So basically, you know, I just want to reiterate that, you know, college is a great place to go. You know, it may not be for everybody, but it's a great place to go. So make sure if you're thinking about not going to college, that you have plans elsewhere. Don't just say, oh, I'm not going to go to school. I'm just going to sit back and relax. If you're young, I don't think I'm going to do anything. Time is of the essence. And as you get older, you'll start to regret the fact that you didn't take all the time that you had to make good decisions. So if you're not going to go to college this fall and you're saying that you're going to sit out, that's fine, but be productive. Try to discover what your passion is, and the only way to do that is to start doing different things. Experiment with different things as far as different fields. Do an internship. If you think you're interested in doing radio or hair, go and watch somebody who does hair. Get a job in a hair salon. Radio, sign up for an internship. A lot of times the internships, you have to be in college. So maybe just take some part-time colleges. There's part-time courses. There's nothing wrong with community colleges. I went to a community college. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So, of course, you want to go to a four-year university, but if you decide that that's not what you want to do right now, you know, go to a two-year college. Try it out. All right, so let's get on track here. Basically, what I'm talking about today is, what should I do? Should I start a business, or should I go to school, or what can I do? What kind of profession can I go into and still make a lot of money without having to go to school and get all of these school loans and get into debt? Okay, well, you got Lynn Inspires. That's me. I inspire, and not only do I inspire you, I provide you with information. So let's get started with what you can do as far as whether you start a business or you get involved in some other type of field where you can make a lot of money, but you don't have to have a four-year degree. All right, so I wrote down everything that I know as far as what you can do, because I've looked into these things for not only myself, but I've looked into them so I can, you know, I used to tell my kids pretty much know what they want now, but there was a time when, you know, they weren't sure which way they were going. So let's get started. Let's start with jobs that you can get that you don't even have to have a four-year degree in order to get. You can have 2 years of training, or you can have a certificate, or you can just go to trade school, okay? And you can get an associate's degree from a community college. I wrote them down, so I'm going to go down my list and kind of read them. So if I look down, I apologize, but I need to do that because I can't remember everything. For starters, you can become a sheet metal worker. If you're interested in steel and bending steel and things of that nature, go ahead and Google it. It's a good profession. You don't have to go to school for 4 years to do it. The starting salary is about $60,000, and you know, you can go to a 2-year college for that, and that's a steel metal worker. You can become a registered nurse. Now, if you want to become a registered nurse, you do not have to go to school for 4 years. I recommend that you do go to school for 4 years if you're wanting to go right through, and this is something that you've been planning to do and you can afford to do it. You can go to school for 2 years, get an associate's degree in nursing, and you can still work the same job as someone with a bachelor's degree. Now, The upside to having a bachelor's degree in nursing is you'll be able to take on more management positions. But as far as short term and working on the floor, you'll be working side by side with someone with a BSN. You'll make very good money. You can become a travel nurse after you have earned some experience on the floor. I think between 12 and 24 months of experience on the floor. But you can become a registered nurse with 2 years of college. Check out your community colleges, your local colleges. I know here in Atlanta, there's Chattahoochee Tech. They have a program. They also have a program at Perimeter. They have LPN programs. I don't really recommend LPN programs only because they only pay about maybe $18 to $20 an hour. But if you're going to go for nursing, go all the way is what I suggest. If you just want to get your feet wet and go for LPN, do that. But you're not going to make as much money at all, especially here in this state in Georgia. But definitely, if you want to become a registered nurse, you can make very good money. I did look up what the income is for a registered nurse, and it starts at about $55,000 to $63,000 per year. And that's not shabby, you know, but if you want to move forward in nursing later on, you have a lot of options like nurse practitioner, which makes 6 figures, etc. But to get started without a bachelor's degree, you will have to have some prerequisites, which are classes you have to take before you get in the program. That's a 2-year program, and you can get an RN degree. Now, there is a school out there that you can go to if you want to become a registered nurse. It's called Chamberlain. I was thinking about going to nursing school myself. Chamberlain's a great school. It's very expensive. It's about $80,000 for the program. You will go into debt, so just keep that in mind. But you'll be a registered nurse. Within 3 years, you'll get a bachelor's degree. If you already have courses out of the way, they'll allow you to transfer those courses in, so it may only take you 2 years. But hey, you know, that's an option. It's called Chamberlain. They have one here in Atlanta now, so check that out. But if you want to go the 2-year route without having to go into debt as much with a 2-year college, you won't pay as much per credit. Check out a 2-year college with the RN program. That's a good option. Another profession that you can go into is home improvements. Now, everybody has these signs they see for handyman. Don't laugh, because they make about $50,000 a year. So if you market yourself properly, you can make about $50,000 a year. You want more information on becoming a handyman? Just type in Google, I want to become a handyman. Okay, I want to move on. You can also become a radiation therapist. Now, if you become a radiation therapist, that involves x-rays, CT scans, etc. You can go to a 2-year college for that as well. You don't need a bachelor's degree. And basically, your starting salary for that is in the range of $70,000 based on what I found. So look that up. Radiation therapy, 2-year degree. You don't have to go for 4 years. For those who are looking to go into a profession without going too much into debt and having to pay that debt off for the rest of their lives, and you want to be able to make decent money, radiation therapy and the registered nurse is great. Also, ultrasound sonography is a great field to go into with a 2-year degree as well. Look these things up on Google, because I don't have time to go into detail. I'm just here to give you some inspiration. Another field that's great to go into is plumbing. If you want to be a plumber, let me tell you, that's a great profession. You have to get an apprentice. You have to be an apprentice. Basically, what you have to do is you have to learn from someone who's already a plumber. So basically, what you would do is you would work side by side with this individual and watch them. You have to put in a certain amount of hours. So if you want to be a plumber, believe me, you don't need to have a 4-year degree to do it. You don't even need to have, from what I understand, a 2-year degree to do it. But you have to go through a program. You have to be an apprentice. So look it up on Google. I'm just here to give you inspiration and ideas as to what you can do and provide some information. But if you want to be a plumber, you do not need a degree to do that. You just need some hours, and you need to have someone that can like mentor you, that can teach you and get you the experience so that you become a plumber. And they make the plumbers, based on what I found, they start out at about $60,000 a year, and they go up to $100,000 without a 4-year degree and all the debt. Moving right along, I gave you that face. Moving right along, there are some of us who like to cook or not cook, who like sweets, like myself. If you want to become a pastry chef, that is an excellent field to go into. If you like to cook or you like pastries, you can attain a certification for that at a community college. You do not have to go to school for 4 years. Now, they do have schools that offer culinary programs, but we're speaking of a pastry chef. The starting salary for a pastry chef with no experience is $45,000 a year, but that's not bad. You know, that's not horrible. So just keep that in mind. And if you want to find out more information, please Google it, pastry chef. About $45,000 a year, and you don't need a 4-year degree. You can go to a 2-year college for that, and it's much cheaper to go to a community college and come out and make just as much money as somebody who has a bachelor's degree in certain fields. I mean, let me just say this, sidebar. You know, I believe in going to school. Don't get me wrong. But if you can't afford it, don't sit back and think, oh, I don't have the money. Go to a community college, because they're going to be the same people sitting with you at that customer service position if you decide to do the Cubicle Nation thing, or at some kind of marketing position, who have a 4-year degree in sociology sitting next to you, and you'll have a 2-year degree. So, or you may not have a degree at all. You know, because, you know, experience does count. If you started at a company and you were 21 years old, and then you're 26 years old, and a person that comes in with a bachelor's degree, you know, your expertise counts because you have hands-on experience. So don't feel as though you have to try to keep up with somebody else because they're going to college and you're not. There are other ways around. You can still make a lot of money, let's just say that, if you have to go to a 2-year college, or you have to start working right away, because you'll get your experience. And then your job can pay for you to go to school, and then you don't have to come out with any debt. So there's an upside to your situation. Let's move on. Now, there are some franchises that you can start. If you're coming into a lump sum of money, there are top franchises that are out here that are great for African Americans. And they're open to bringing in more African Americans, but not just African Americans. You know, I'm for everybody. You know, I'm a mixture of a whole lot of things. Of course, I am African American. I have a lot of Indian blood in me. I have Caucasian blood in me. My kids have Spanish blood in them, etc. But I'm looking out for everybody. But, you know, as far as African Americans are concerned, they are very open. And these are the companies that, you know, really like to see a lot of African Americans come in and apply. Kim Dry. I'm sure everyone has seen that truck, Kim Dry. Check them out. There's an investment of $33,000 initially. So if you're coming in some money, be smart. Invest in a good company like that. That's a franchise. Also, travel agencies. They're very cheap to get started. You can look up travel agencies online, and you can start a travel agency from your home. So if you have a group of people who are always going on trips, like my group, I have a little travel agency that I decided that I was going to get started, since we're always going on trips, so that I can get special so we don't have to pay as much. So if you have a group of people that you are traveling with, why don't you start a travel agency so you guys don't have to pay as much, and then you can make a little bit of a profit as well. It only makes sense, and you never know where that might take you. Okay, there's that look. All right, so moving right along. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that there is a website called Kickstarter. What it does, it's open to you if you're interested in trying to raise money. So you might be trying to start a business and you don't have the money to raise. You don't have the money to start the business. If you go on Kickstarter, you can start up a campaign, and individuals will donate to your cause. If you're contributing to a cancer fund, maybe you had cancer or somebody in your family has, and you want to start a business of some sort, you can give a percentage of the proceeds to whoever you're contributing to, and people will donate to you, and you could raise all kinds of money. So check out Kickstarter.com. That's Kickstarter.com. I've been on there numerous times. I've donated on there. It works. Another website I want you to check out is Flex Jobs. Flex Jobs is awesome for those individuals who are at home and they don't want to work a full-time job, or maybe they can't. They could be disabled, or they just don't have a car, whatever. Flex Jobs will allow you to work from home, and the pay is between, I think, like $10 and $15 per hour, but money is green last time I checked. Okay? And if that's going to work for you to pay whatever bills you need to pay, everybody's circumstance is different. Be inspired to do it. So I'm here, Lynn Inspires, to tell you what you can do. I provide information. So go to flexjobs.com. They have a lot of jobs on there, part-time jobs that you can work from home. You have to have a computer, I believe in a phone, but who really doesn't have that these days? And if you don't, you need to get it. So basically, I'm kind of at the end of what I'm going to provide today because I'm getting to the end of the time. I don't like to keep you guys on my videos too long because that's just too much. And I have so much more information I want to provide because I wasn't able to, well, I just didn't do it yesterday because I was exhausted. I did a lot of running around yesterday. And we're at about 14 minutes. So, guys, I just want to say stay motivated. Please remember to be consistent. I hope you did your goals for today. Make sure you scratch out a goal every day that you're doing and you're achieving. Just know that There is something out there for you. All you have to do is get out there and try different things, and you will find your passion. Also know that if you're not going to a 4-year college, or if you're just trying to figure out what you want to do, whether to go to school or start a business, listen, you have a lot of options. You can go to a 2-year university, become a registered nurse, a radiologist, a ultrasound sonography, a dental hygienist. These are all professions that you can go into with a 2-year degree. 2 years. That's it. And you can come out making upwards of $50,000 or more with a 2-year degree. Not a 4-year degree, but a 2-year degree. So don't you dare feel bad that you can't go to a 4-year college. Maybe you didn't get accepted into the college or university that you wanted to go into, younger people or even older people. And you're thinking, God, what am I going to do? You're going to get back up, wipe yourself off, and you're going to go to a community college. And you're going to look at the fields that you can go into, whether it be medical, dental, x-ray tech, ultrasound. All of these fields that I named, you can get an associate's degree in, and you can make over $50,000 a year. Okay? So don't be discouraged. If you want to start your own business, you go ahead and do it. I have given you lots of information. I've told you how you can get money online with Kickstarter so that you can donate to a charitable cause and also have people donate to whatever you're trying to do as far as start your business. Let them know what your dreams are, aspirations. Everybody loves a good story, a true story. Everybody wants to be inspired, and that's why I'm here. Make sure you go to my website, www.lyninspires.com. Please push the Be Inspired button to go to my YouTube. When you go to my YouTube, please like my YouTube videos. I'm here to give you information. It doesn't cost you anything. If you have questions about how to sell on eBay, if you have questions about how to set up an account on Kickstarter, if you have questions about anything, I'm here and I will provide that information to you for free. Hit me up on my email address at lwilliams1202@hotmail.com. There's a lot of room out there for everybody to make money. I'm writing a book, and I want you to purchase that book from me when I do write it. It's going to have a lot of additional information in it and plus inspirational stories. And later on, I will be providing you some inspirational stories from successful business owners who started just where you are and I am right now. So make sure you stay tuned. I love you genuinely. I appreciate you. And I'm not trying to sell you information because it's out there and you can have it from me for free. All I ask for is your support. Thank you. YouTube me. Make sure you get on YouTube and subscribe. All right. I'll talk to you soon and make it a productive day. And what do I always say? If you keep doing the same thing, what are you going to get? The same result. And if you do that, I'm going to give you the crazy eye. That makes you look crazy. And we're not crazy. We just want to make some money. All right. Love you guys. Bye.